Hey, what's going on, Aquarius? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to your November 2020 mid-month tarot card reading. So this is the reading. I always use the Starman tarot card deck, and this deck was inspired by David Bowie, and he collaborated on the artwork, so you may see his face in some of the cards. And the spread I use for the mid-month is called Starguide, and I pulled that right from the Starman Tarot Card Deck Companion book. So I always find these to be a really compelling read for you, Aquarius, so I hope you enjoy. Just everyone keep in mind this is a general reading, right? So, all right, so it's going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any cross watchers. So yeah, I'm just going to shuffle the deck out a couple times. You guys know that I like to get right into your reading. I'm not a big small talk person on camera, at least. So the first card we look at is going to represent your present situation, and this could be something that you're experiencing right now, or it could be coming into your reality anytime soon. So see? No small talk. Present situation. We have the Princess of Wands. So the feeling I get from the Princess of Wands, and this is a fire card, you know, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So the fire cards, they really represent some sort of action. So the way that we have the princess opening her arms is like there's something very welcome coming in here, but I want you guys to look. And maybe you're not seeing what I'm seeing, but different images come out when I pull cards every single time. So I'm seeing sort of a glow through of somebody watching very closely over top of you right now. And I'm not sure right now if this is a good thing or not. You know, you could be under some sort of scrutiny while you're waiting. I'm getting the feeling that some of you could be waiting to get, rescued from some sort of situation, but keeping your moves a little bit silent right now, so somebody like this watcher won't figure it out. Yeah, it's somebody in how they perceive themselves to be in a position of power over top of you. It could be a parent, it could be a spouse, your employer. So you're definitely receptive to new offers, but somebody could be aware of that and might want to block that for you. Interesting to start off with. So let's see any cause of conflict here. Here she is. We got the Queen of Swords. So yeah, I'm getting a very strong sort of feminine energy, and that doesn't mean it has to be a man or a woman, just somebody that is really comfortable with their divine feminine side. So the cause of conflict is this Queen of Swords energy, and this is could be a very sharp person that knows their mind really well, and they like to protect their own interests, and they could perceive you moving on to a new situation as being damaging to them, and not recognizing that, hello, you have your own life to live, Aquarius. Just a really strong energy of restraint, like restraining you, coming in with the Queen of Swords. So I imagine that's a very awkward position for you to be in. And it feels like they might have additional eyes and ears on you. If you look really closely at the card, there's an owl in there. There's a set of speakers. So you might want to be a little bit more careful with putting your phone on lock. Like, you know, if you're leaving your phone, make sure it locks before, so somebody can't have access to it. You might want to start clearing your browser history, especially if you're looking for another job while you're at work. You know, just anything that you would consider sort of an escape plan from your current situation. I'm seeing where you need to cover your tracks here a little bit, Aquarius, because not everybody wants you to really grow into your path. And this is really unfortunate because, like I said before, it's your life to live, but somebody could be taking it the wrong way and seeing it as sort of a betrayal against them instead of you wanting to spread your wings and fly. So let's see any changes needed in order to face that challenge. It can be really difficult, especially if you have a domineering parent or a spouse or you know, somebody in the workplace, even a friend, you know, sometimes friends don't want you to succeed. It's sometimes the people closest to you that don't want your success, because it could mean you leaving them, right? In some situations. And then I'm getting the phrase that they kind of need to get a life here, but if it's somebody that close to you, you probably feel some kind of way about them in a good way, and you don't want to hurt their feelings. But just seeing this is really a difficult situation. So this is where this change is needed in order to face the challenges card comes in here. So we do have the Chariot here. Really impressive Chariot card, you know. So this is like, you just have to move forward and change the energy, and maybe you might want to have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, I'm looking at my options here, and it's not because I don't love you or I don't appreciate what you're doing for me. I just see a chance for me to really just move forward on my own path and, you know, bloom and be successful at a different job or a different role, you know, or moving into your own place for the first time. Whatever is going on in your life that you're looking, and this could even be for, you know, something like a bank contract or like internet or something like that. Sometimes when you hold contracts with people for services, they get really like touchy about it. You know, if you can get a better deal somewhere else, or if you can lighten up your life somewhere else, then you need to do that for you, you know, and meanwhile taking everybody else into consideration. But what works best for you? It's not going to work best for everybody else. Like I just recently moved my RSP contributions from one institution to another, and the guy on the phone, when I was talking to him about it, he was such a, I can't say the word on YouTube, but I was just, you know, I'm always polite when I'm dealing with people, and he just said, well, I guess my job here is done, and he hung the phone up on me, and I was like, okay, so you know I'm not going to recommend you to anybody else right now, right? So just be really wary of people having that kind of reaction when you want to do things that are best suited to your life path. You know what I mean? Because people just like, why are you doing that to me? And it's not about them, it's about you. But people can really misinterpret it that way, which is why you have this Chariot card. This is saying like, move forward, but, you know, do it in such a way that people won't get offended, and be prepared to handle that energy when they do get offended, because people are so sensitive, you know. So let's see what your strengths are as you enter into this situation here. And I got the Queen of Cups in reverse, and I don't do reversals because I really start to get impressions and words as soon as I turn the card over. So this is the Queen of Cups here, and this is really interesting as I'm looking very closely at this card, and I don't know how many times I've done this reading, like for, you know, your mid-month, or how many times I've used this deck. I have never ever noticed this person down here. And here's the Queen of Cups, and in this particular deck, she's like wide open for opportunity. She is opening herself up, and there's somebody down here, and it looks like they are like really taking the runoff from the Queen of Cups because she's so powerful. The Queen of Cups is like feeding other people back their energy. She's such a powerful figure. The cups represents water, right? So it's like this constant stream and flow of energy. You know, water is very powerful. So you might want to kind of combine that outlook with this Chariot card, and sort of spin your story to emphasize how other people can benefit from your change, you know, especially if they're really resistant. You know, if you're making more money, maybe you can help somebody out a little bit more. Or if you're working in a different job, maybe you won't be feeling so stressed and upset. You know, take whatever it is that you're trying to maneuver for yourself And instead of defending yourself to somebody else and saying, oh, well, you know, this is completely my life, it's none of your business, because it just gets into an argument, and then what, you know? And then you have people even more upset with you, and it's hard to come back from. So maybe instead of listing the benefits for yourself, list the benefits for this person that is feeling really antagonistic, and how they can reap the benefits of your rewards. So it's an interesting tack to take, especially when you're dealing with somebody that is so sensitive that they cannot handle the success of you, Aquarius. I don't know if you heard my dog. She came out here and she did one of those big body shakes and her ears flapped. It's pretty loud because she's not a small dog. She's like 60 pounds or whatever. But anyway, we're going to look at any other challenges here for you, Aquarius. So you have the Empress here. So the Empress really comes to you when there is that portal of a new opportunity available to you. So really just don't let other people step through your own hoops. This is your reality. You know, and this is going to be very powerful for you. But what I'm also seeing here is for those of you dealing with a parent, they could use that as a way to manipulate you emotionally. And this could be anybody in a position of, like, on the hierarchy of where they fall into your life. They could play that emotion card. Oh, well, I gave birth to you, so you should do this and listen to me for the rest of your life. No. You know, or your boss could do that, or your spouse. Be very, very careful about this. Be very careful. It looks like you're going to have to handle the high emotions of other people in order for you to grab your brass ring, and the one that you have worked really diligently for. So, you know, it's really going to be important for you to handle things like full on instead of going around behind somebody's back. And if you are like just in an exploration stage where you don't want anybody to know, because there comes a point, you know, where it is nobody's business if you're exploring other options. You know, cover your tracks until there's no need to anymore, until you're assured that there's some sort of transition available to you, and there should be, because you have the Empress card here. And then start to really play things to how other people might see that it could be a benefit for them. And it might seem like it's a lot of work to do that, but it's better than dealing with somebody's anger, right? You know what I mean? Because that's just never any good. And we have an outcome card here, which is the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups, she's a very calm and contained energy, you know? So this is where you could end up at, where just really being, everything is smooth. It's like she's in some sort of one of those ancient bathing suits for ladies, you know, where it's stretched all over your body. But I'm just seeing a really sleek energy and being able to have that calm atmosphere. What's really cool here too is like you can see, like, look really closely here at these white specter. You're really attracting in like a higher energy of like almost bliss. And the pond that she's standing in is absolutely cool, calm, and collected. So you could really avoid any sort of friction by definitely playing your cards right and considering how other people are going to feel about your situation. But definitely remember that timing is going to be everything as you move forward, and cover your tracks until you don't have to anymore, you know, and then start spinning like, oh, this is going to be so good for us, and you know, this is going to be the benefit for you. And you can really harness all the energy of the divine feminine in these cards to make this transition as smooth as possible and acceptable as possible to the other people in your life. Whew. Okay, guys. Aquarius, peace out. Good luck. Take care. Bye.